we got to learn how to have success. We don't know how to have success. We started off too slow, all phases of the ball from top to bottom. I mean, that first half wasn't Titan football, and I don't know what it was. Like from top to bottom, from everybody who had a part of this game, we didn't come in. Felt like we was hungover. We were hungover from success, and we didn't come out ready to play and go down 28-0. It's going to be hard to win in the National Football League, so we have to be better.
What do you feel like guys have to learn about success? What could be different?
We can't have hangovers. At the end of the day, we got to learn how to have success. And I mean, we're in a situation where we have to stack wins, and we can't be hungover. We can't be hungover on success. Yes, we beat the Texans. Hooray! It's all about trying to build. We're trying to build off that, and we didn't do that today. And trying to dig ourselves out the hole, that didn't help us today at all. Like I said, that's from top to bottom, not just the players. Like I said, that started with everybody in this building, from top to bottom.
How disappointing to be hungover. I imagine you thought collectively maybe you were more mature than that.
It wasn't about being mature. It wasn't about nobody being immature. At the end of the day, we just have to learn how to shake them, just say, okay, yes, we won, but can we build off that? We have a lot of young players, but at the end of the day, like I say, it's everybody's job to be able to, come ready to play again. This is the National Football League. They lost 3 in a row. They coming hungry for a win as well. So at the end of the day, like I said, we was hungover. We was hungover from a success from last week, and that showed in the first half. Coming out 28-0, like I said, it's going to be hard to win this league. So.
How frustrating was it? I mean, this team, they rushed for 260 on you. Last time that happened, 2018.
They did a hell of a job with the type of run they was running. They did a lot of gap scheme runs, and we knew that coming in, and we didn't have an answer early on. We didn't have an answer for it, and like I said, we could sit and blame just the front. That's on everybody on that defense side. Like I said, and it started from top to bottom. The game was going, and we knew. We said on the sideline, they running gap scheme. It's gap scheme runs where they pulling guys, gap changes. Like I said, it's all 11 on the field. Because at the end of the day, when they doubling and they start pulling guys, we have to be better. We have to fit it better. And like I said, some of the things that we was position we was in, I mean, they were just gassing us. So especially early on in the game, like I said, from top to bottom, we had no answer in that first half for what they were doing.
Jeff, we see some critical times in the game where you and Sweat are not in. How does that rotation work? I mean, is that are you lobbying to get in there in those times?
I do my job. At the end of the day, that's the way they want to sub it, and Rock handled the sub on the sideline. That's his job, and just try to do my job.
Kind of walked Jeff. You said you're hungover from the success of last week. Were there signs of that, and maybe why do you think?
I mean, the signs of it started in the first half.
Yeah.
I mean, we saw that. Everyone, we flat. We turned over the ball. We couldn't stop nothing they were doing. Like I said, from top to bottom, it's like we had no answers. We had 3 turnovers in the first half, and they had 28 points in the first half. So, like I said, at the end of the day, we got to learn how to handle success. And like I said, we're in a position right now where we can't have them type of first half. I mean, like I said, this is the NFL. 28-0 in the first half. I don't know how many teams have came back off that. You can play good in the second half. It's hard to come back from 28-0.
That gap stuff you're talking about, was that stuff you'd prepared for? Was that what you expected?
We knew what type of offense they ran. I mean, we watched film. We worked it all week, but I mean, like I said, with that big run that Brian Robinson had early in the game, it was a gap scheme. We blitzed to it, and the guys moving away, and like I said, I don't know if they knew it was coming, but they said we didn't have an answer starting off early from it, and we have to be better, like I said, from top to bottom.
In yards in the first 5 drives.
It was a bit of self-destruction, a lot of penalties on our part, and they came out ready to play today. Better team won.
The turnovers have been a problem. What happened specifically on your play, and how big did those hurt?
That was a big one for us. Momentum killer. He did a good job making the play. Had 2 hands on it. He ended up going underneath, and he made a play.
Tony, how frustrating is this? Last week it felt like you guys had really taken a step, and everybody's talking about how it set you up to do something in December. To come out, and it almost felt like today was a reversion to what you were earlier in the season. How frustrating is that?
Well, it's tough, but everything about the job is tough. That's why we do it. We got to fight through the adversity and make it happen.
just as simple as the penalties and the turnovers, combining to kind of snowball on you
It's
guys?
hard. It's hard to beat anybody in this league. You spot them 28 points. Those guys came out ready to play. You know, they were prepared. You know, they won today.
When you guys are stuck in a storm like that in this year, what do you say to each other? How do you keep the morale right and keep yourselves going?
Keep fighting. Keep going. That's all you can do is one play at a time. You can't get it back in one play. So just chip away one play at a time. Second half, we did a better job of that. But, you know, in the red zone, we got to finish with 7 instead of 3. And then it's a different game, maybe.
No, I mean, I don't even think we put them in bad spots, too. I mean, you know, turning the ball over, you know, it's hard to defend a short field with an offense like they got. You know, you need to make them try to drive it and use all their plays and make them work to get in the end zone instead of having a short field. So it's not on them. It's on everybody.
Does a day like today feel even worse after feeling like you had that progress coming the last couple of weeks?
I mean, yeah, it's not what we expected. But, I mean, we still got a lot in front of us, still got a lot of divisional games in front of us to keep this momentum going. So, yeah, I mean, it sucks. I mean, we just started way too late, and it's not a testament of who we are as a team.
Nick, for you, just personally, obviously you continue to develop a relationship and a connection with the Will. A couple touchdowns today. How much does that move your progress and confidence along in this offense?
I mean, it's always fun to score touchdowns. Obviously, you'd rather have the win. But it was good, too, just having a few mistakes out there, a few drops that Will still trusts me and gave me opportunities.
It seemed like something to build on, that theme with Amy and all of that, to come out and answer it with this. Like, how's it going?
Yeah, we can't start games that way. I mean, we made it a game. If you just looked at the second half, 14-12. I mean, at least that gives you a shot to win a game if it's close in the first half. But coming out and dropping a goose egg and then 28-0, I mean, you just can't do that. Start games. So, yeah, obviously with the win, we didn't handle it correctly, and it was a good team. Washington was a good team, but we got to handle it better, handle those wins better, handle Thanksgiving schedule better, and be able to come out and start games way faster because that was unacceptable.
What's it say about who you are and maybe the maturity of this team at this stage?
Yeah, obviously that's you can't do that. If you want to be a good team, you can't do that. So we didn't do that today, and we got to take ownership of that, and we got to correct that.